It is an ACC Super Regional border war between Maryland and Virginia. I'm Jeff Fischel. This is the ACC Now, brought to you by Ruby Tuesday. And look who's back. Joining me now via Skype, former Duke slugger and head coach at his alma mater, Sean McNally. Mac, it's been, what, a few days. You've missed me, I know.
Absolutely, man. Happy to reconnect.
All right, it has been a week since we saw Maryland get to the ACC tourney final. The Terps still rolling. Let me start with a question that's been tossed about since Abner Doubleday, even if he didn't invent the game. In baseball, is there such a thing as momentum, and do the Terps have it right now?
Well, I think momentum does exist in baseball, and I think if any team has the most momentum, it's Maryland. Really playing great. It's a long season in college baseball, and these guys have continued to grind and get better. Showed incredible toughness to go down and play so well in Columbia. So I think momentum definitely on Maryland's side at this point in the season.
But the Cavs certainly swept right through into the Super Regional, so they've got some momentum going as well, right?
Absolutely. Everybody that's playing at this time of the season has momentum, and Virginia held serve at home 3-0 and really dominant performance in Charlottesville. So certainly they feel great about their way they're playing also.
You talked about how pitching can stop momentum. The Cavs have the ACC Pitcher of the Year, Nathan Kirby. He's not the only arm that could give the Terps problems. If you had your choice in the postseason, would you rather have a dominant pitching staff or dominant bats?
Oh, I think it's dominant pitching staff. I think pitching's always the key, and Virginia certainly has, I think, arguably the best, not only starting staff in college baseball, but that depth in the bullpen as well. I think it sets up really well for Virginia. We saw that play out in the regional round, and certainly they're looking to sustain that in the super regionals as well.
Maryland relies on starting pitching too, starting with Jake Stinnett. He got the win in the team's only meeting. It was a couple weeks ago in the ACC tournament. He struck out 10 in 8 innings. But this isn't on a neutral field like that was in Greensboro. This is in Charlottesville. How much could home field advantage play a role in this series?
Well, I think normally, I mean, certainly it's good for Virginia to be playing at home. That's where they want to be. But honestly, I really don't think it has any impact. I mean, you talk about a Maryland team. These guys are fighters, scrappers. They're grinders. They went on the road down to South Carolina, who had been so dominant in Columbia in regional play in recent years, and beat the host twice. So I think Maryland is road-tested, battle-tested. I don't think they care where they're playing. It's going to be an amazing matchup in Charlottesville.
All right, so let's take a look at the bats. Mac, we've built this incredible graphic. But let's break down the offensive numbers. Here they are. These teams get on base and slug about the same. The Terps run more, trying to create runs. UVA relies a little more on the long ball. So who has the edge offensively?
Well, it stacks up. You look at how these numbers play out, and they're really even. I think Virginia, just because they do have that ability to drive the ball, hit home runs, they've hit more home runs this year. They have bigger power guys in their lineup. When teams are evenly matched, I think it sometimes comes down to one big swing. Obviously, Maryland has found a way to generate offense in a little different fashion. They get hit a lot. They hit some doubles as well. But I think I would give the edge to Virginia just because it can come down to a walk, a bloop, and a blast. And I think they've got a better chance to do that than Maryland does.
Okay, so now give me your prediction. Who wins the weekend series in Charlottesville?
Well, I tell you what, it's a tough call. I think Maryland really playing great. They've had this great run. John Sheff's done an amazing job in his second year up at Maryland. But I think this magical ride comes to an end up at Virginia. I'm going to pick Virginia to win. I think they're the most complete team, balanced team in all of college baseball. I think they win, advance to Omaha, and they have a great chance to do well out there also.
He's Sean McNally. Sean, thank you. Good talking to you again.
Enjoyed it, man. Always a blast.
All right, that's Mac. I'm Jeff Fischel. That's your Maryland-Virginia Super Regional preview for this ACC Now, brought to you by Ruby Tuesday.